Hey everyone, Justin here. I'm walking out of Target. It's kind of late, almost closing time. So, anyways, today's the day of. Well, first is the birthday of the United States Marine Corps. So, happy birthday to them and the Marine veterans. And need to walk up to my truck. Hang on a sec. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna hold it with my different hand. So yeah, it is the birthday of the United States Marine Corps. Also, besides it, today is the first anniversary of my dad's death. He passed away last year from heart failure because of that he's a Army veteran, served in Desert Storm like for 8 years in the Army, and then he passed away at 59. He had Gulf War syndrome and DMD, which is muscular dystrophy, that he has since my 4th visit in Cincinnati, Ohio. So that's that. And then, so it's kind of hard if you lose someone, the love of your loss that we mourn. And then, since I went to the 3rd week Bible studying, it was good than last Monday. So then, even tomorrow is Veterans Day. So, I'm not a veteran. I wish I was, but I'm not for disqualified reason. I do want to be in the Marines. So, I wasn't recommended because of my autism and depression. Not even National Guard either. So, that's that. And then, one of my brothers, like Bible brothers, who prayed for me about the blessing of my family for the mourning loss of someone like my father. And then he never got older yet. You know, he passed away at 59. He never made it to 60 years old. So that's that. The Bible study is kind of good actually, but it's kind of hard that if you lost someone in your life to mourn who already passed away, then which means that God has their souls for a reason, just like when God has my dad's soul for a reason. You know, even my mom's stepdad, who already passed away when I was 11 after I moved to Texas. He was a Vietnam vet in the Army. I don't know how was he when he passed away, in his mid-70s or something. So that was kind of sad. So I just want to make a video about the first anniversary of my father's death. I used to love him, I used to hate him, but I still love him as family. And he was divorced twice. And the second time he left me and my mom when I was 16 in 2018. I often visit him in Maine, like he used to go up in. And last time I've been to Maine was 2019. And then when I saw him again, like a few times, but like in May 2020, after COVID lockdown, when I first traveled to Cincinnati, Ohio, I loved it. Went there again, second time for Christmas, third time July. Actually, no. Third week. Trying to remember, trying not to confuse. So, first time May 2020, second Christmas, and then third was spring break, and then the 4th in July, and then finally the 5th in October 2023 is the last thing, which is the last time to see him in person, because he was in an electric wheelchair because of his muscular dystrophy. And then I've seen a photo of him at a wedding, which he never told me about, which was September 2024. Was one of my stepbrothers' wedding that he didn't tell me about. 2 months later, 1 year ago today, he passed away. which started out when it was a Sunday after church in the afternoon when my brother called me, told me to hand the phone to mom when she was doing yard work. And then when she came back in, I'm trying not to mumble. When she came back in, she told me that dad has died. I don't know what was going on, like, it's really happening. She started to cry. I felt misunderstood, that he really passed away. It was a family emergency. We tried calling family members, like we called grandma and one of mom's friends who came over. Don't know about my uncles, but mostly my aunt from California. She was shocked to hear that. So we planned on doing a funeral, not like right now, to be buried in Maine because of snow. So we did the funeral like probably like March of this year. We did. So he was buried in Little River Academy, like near the city of it, where my high school is, wherever, the cemetery. And then I have his ashes still. And then since my stepmom, she used to love me, now she hates me for her mental reason, which I can't talk about her. So I became a stepson again. I have a stepdad now. I'm an uncle. Since my nephews, my stepsister lives in College Station. And then they were here after Halloween fall weekend. I'm just glad to be an uncle. It's been 2 months since my mom's wedding that I'm really an uncle. I have 2 nephews who is probably 2 or 4 years old at the time. 2 of them are boys. I love them. They love me so much. But what's funny that the family of it cheer for me that I'm an uncle, saying Uncle JJ when they go up to the driveway for a visit. Don't know when's the next visit to see them. I know Thanksgiving is coming up, so it's just God has a lot of reasons of it to do it, that I'm really an uncle. And then since my stepdad is a musician, that he plays guitar, like musician of it. So now I thanked one of my brothers from the Bible study that he prayed for my family, a blessing in the mourning loss of my father after 1 year today. I don't know what else that God wants me to do, that he can only decide, not me. I can't decide anything, but God will. Like, I want to pray for him, ask him that I really want to do college right now. But since my mom just last night, she told me to have a mind to talk to God. I'm telling him that I need a job so I can move out. But then I wanted to do college right now. I can't do college, which I can't afford it after 3 or 4 years. Last time I've been there was 2022, 3 years for film studies, which I was auditing, so that didn't work. So right now I'm still looking for programs to do, like I want to be a writer, like English literature, to be a writer or a novelist, like Tom Clancy. Some other programs that I want to look into, which is theology. And then the one thing that is really important for me, that if God, like, I'll pray to him that if I want to be a firefighter, but then I'll just let it go, the same thing like I did for the armed forces, which I can't serve. And then not even first responders of it, like law enforcement, EMS, or firefighting. I don't want to keep asking this over and over again, that I want to be a firefighter, but now I gotta pray to him. If that happens of it, then it's gonna be a huge promise of it. If not, then I'll let it go, the same thing like I did, or I'll do the same thing that I let go of the armed forces. Like, I can't join the military. I wish I was a veteran. I'm not. I tried. I kept that dream for too long. Since my last visit of the recruiters were Marines. So that's the last time to see them, of the recruiters. They were the best. They were. And then, so, yeah, I'll continue to pray about the 1-year anniversary of my father's death. It really is. You know, it's so hard for me about losing a parent, but I still have family. Always do. So, like, subscribe, comment, and God bless you. And I need to get home before my mom gets worried that I'm driving late at night. Take care.